Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dad of Boy.
The god of war. More like the god of his boy and nothing else. Imagine, all of God of War just took place as stories that Kratos would tell to his son to make his son fear him.
Gonna go for balanced experience.
Alright, balanced experience it is.
I played a small bit of this on Give Me a Challenge, and I regretted it.
Alright.
I am not good at this game, the little I have played. Look at that sensual look at the tree.
Oh yeah, very important. This whole game, what's so cool about it is it's all in
Make love to that tree.
It's all in one camera shot. Like the camera basically never stops taking one shot of everything. So it's pretty sick.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's really cool. I didn't realize that when I first played it.
Yeah, you'll kind of notice that later on. The camera never cuts unless you die. So
I don't
die.
I don't want to swing the axe to the tree though. I was about to make love to it.
Yeah. Well, don't you want to make love to that tree at home? And maybe the tree likes it rough.
You've got a good point.
You like it rough, baby? Yeah. Let's do it rough.
I
get some chains.
I want my axe in you.
Yes.
Oh.
Pound that tree. Oh. We should have probably come up with a safe word.
My love just died.
Interesting fact, though. Back in sophomore year in English, for some reason we were learning about Greek mythology, and our teacher handed out a test to us just to see how much we knew about it before going into it. I got the highest score in the class, all because of God of War.
Yeah, nice.
Those games are more accurate to Greek mythology than people give them credit for.
I knew a good amount about mythologies going in, but I didn't have the chance to take a test and prove it.
I did, and I was proud of it.
It was more of just when we came to something, it was like, I already know this. It also wasn't from God of War. This is actually the first God of War game I've played.
Oh, really?
Boy.
God of War 1 was my first introduction to boobs on a video game.
For a guy that's so, like, rough and probably doesn't care much about his appearance, he's got a really nicely sculpted beard.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like he puts a lot of effort into his beard.
I like to think that he doesn't. It just naturally grows that awesome.
Just the power of the gods, he naturally grows a perfect beard.
Also, is it just me, or has he gained weight? Or has he just gained more muscle and it looks like fat at this point?
He's just gained muscle.
Because his whole chest, it kind of reminds me of Kylo Ren with how fucking wide it is.
I'd also believe that he's because like he doesn't gain muscle from bodybuilding. He gains it from just like actually doing things.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not trying to sculpt muscle in a very specific way, you do end up with a more of a barrel chest than a Mr. Universe physique.
That makes sense. So I find it really hard to believe that you're not just going to be dragging that log. I mean, I know no matter how heavy they are, they usually float, but given how shallow the water is, I don't...
Look how fast you're going. I guess he is rowing, but like the oar has to move through the water, and the water's not gonna like just let you go infinitely fast. So there has to be a point where like it's just giving way or breaking the oar.
Yeah.
This is so far the most unbelievable part. I could take him lifting the log.
But I can't take these water physics. Especially, is it just me, or is the oar actually going deeper in the water than the water is actually deep?
Potentially.
Yeah.
It looks like it might be.
It looks like he's bringing in the oar like at least 2 feet under the water, but the water's like barely a foot deep.
These are some nice looking graphics.
Oh, yes. I think this is like actually the best looking game on the PS4 currently. I could be wrong, but best looking game I have played, but I also haven't really been playing that many games recently.
The textures are excellent.
They are.
The models for the ground can be a bit odd, but I also don't imagine they cared that much about the ground specifically.
Yeah,
and although to be like, I probably wouldn't have cared either, except everything else looks so nice that I start looking a lot closer at everything.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is also one of those games where most of the stuff you see in the background you'll eventually get to, kind of like in Dark Souls. One of the things I fucking love about Dark Souls.
I wish I was better at Dark Souls.
You know what? I will train you for your next Let's Play. The next Let's Play that you're playing, it's going to be Dark Souls, and I'll be training you all the way. Will we actually complete it, or will we give up? You know what?
Pretty sure I'll end up giving up.
Let's find out.
I think we'll get an episode that will have to make highlights because it'll be too boring to watch all the way through.
I guess we'll find out as we get on. And hey, you know what? If you actually do end up beating the game, I'm going to repeat this dialogue, or I'm just going to take the clips from this Let's Play, and I'm going to play it at the end of our Dark Souls Let's Play. And be like, see, you thought you weren't going to be able to do it, but clearly you were wrong.
I got farthest in Dark Souls 1, and I still didn't... I honestly don't know how far I got in the grand scheme of things. I don't think I got very far.
How many bosses did you get to? The gargoyles?
I honestly can't remember. It was a long time ago.
The gargoyles was when I almost gave up on the game.
I remember walking around a palace and not being able to figure out what I was supposed to do. But like the outside of a palace. Like basically just like walkways between guard towers kind of thing. And just being like, none of this seems like anything. I've killed everyone around here. What am I supposed to do?
I think I've only been lost in Dark Souls once, and that was when... God, I don't even remember. I think it was after you go like underground to this weird area with skeletons. And there was a certain point where I thought I was supposed to continue, but it turned out there was a whole nother thing I had to do all the way across the map before I could continue. And unfortunately, they don't... You have to unlock fast travel in the first Dark Souls game. You don't get it from the beginning.
I wasn't even aware it was in the game at all.
Yeah. It's one thing that Dark Souls 2 and 3 improved upon. At least then you can like fast travel anytime.
His mommy's a mummy.
Indeed, she is mummified.
God, I wish I had his beard.
I wish I had his body.
I'd love to have his body, but I'll settle for the beard.
Do you also wish you had his tragic backstory?
Nah. Like if that's necessary for the beard and the body, I'll accept it. But...
I'll take it, but I don't particularly.
I'd rather
want
not.
It. Oh my god, he chopped all that wood really fast. I mean, the kid was inside for like less than a couple minutes, I want to say.
Hey, his wife said he's really horny. Needs to make love to all the trees. Also, I'm pretty sure that wood was piled up when we were walking in the house.
I think it was from the tree that you cut down. I could be wrong though.
We'll see when we edit the video.
I guess we will.
Or I guess you'll see when you edit the video.
I guess I will. You know,
you fucked up the ritual.
When you pick up a knife that's like really hot, that means you should probably drop it instead of like holding on to it tighter.
It's part of the ritual.
No, you
That's
don't.
not how you treat burns.
You don't put ice on a burn. You're supposed to put it through running lukewarm water. Now it's gonna blister up, and it's all your fault.
You messed up the ritual knife. We can no longer use it. You might as well take it. Seems odd that the knife got that hot sitting on top of her and she's not even on fire yet.
Yeah. Would have taken a little bit longer, I think, but I could also.
Doesn't
be
seem
wrong.
like it's a very hot fire if the burlap, I assume, is not lit on fire. It should be very easy to light on fire.
Fire! Yeah, cool. Cool. Fire! Fire! You know what would be annoying in this game, and I'll spoil this right now, it's not in this game, is if protecting him was like protecting Ashley from Resident Evil 4.
I don't even know Resident Evil 4 that well, but I've played enough escort missions to be annoyed by the concept.
Yeah, thankfully this does not play out as an escort mission, so you don't actually have to worry about protecting him like all the time.
I have played past the first boss, so I know that he can at least somewhat take care of himself.
Yeah,
And
he actually can be.
And the game doesn't actually make me like constantly save him.
Yeah, he can actually be pretty useful too, which is good.
There's also a bunch of secret stuff around here.
Yes, get the secret stuff.
There's a thing. That one wasn't very secret, but it's a thing.
It is a thing. There is, yeah, I like how this game is linear, but there's also like a lot of exploration you can do in it.
No, I was pointing at the mud.
Which is what you are, boy!
We can use this for a spa day. After we have hunted the deer, we shall have mud masks and a bubble bath.
It'll be a father and son activity.
Something about this fog looks really nice.
The lighting on it is really good, yeah.
Now we need that ray tracing that they've just recently added to some PC games. Or I guess there's only one right now, but
The what?
ray tracing. It's a more advanced way to do lighting.
Oh, okay.
Right now, to do it, you have to have an RTX graphics card, and it only works in like Battlefield 5 or something. But it's getting there. It's a new thing.
I'm sure they'll have it ready by the time the PS5 comes out. Did you hear the rumor of the PlayStation 5, by the way? I really hope this is actually legit. It's,
the backwards compatibility?
Yeah, for all the previous consoles. So
that would be great. If it has that, I will probably buy it like within the first week.
Yeah, I'll buy it fucking opening day, and I've actually never bought a console opening day.
I tried to with the Wii.
I remember
I didn't successfully. I did get a very early version of the Wii, but I didn't get it like the first day or anything.
I
think I got it in the first like 2 months.
I think my brother got the 360 opening day, if I'm not mistaken. He got it from Best Buy. Shoot it and miss. Shoot it and miss.
I got mine from Target. I had my mom drive me to Target at like early in the morning, like an hour or two before they opened. And then we just kind of sat there, and some dude came out and he's like, hey, are you all you people, like there wasn't a ton of people there, but there was some. It's like, are all you people here for the Wii's we have? And we're like, hell yeah, man. And he's like, okay, here are your tickets. This just shows that you were in line and now you're guaranteed a Wii. And we're like, sweet.
It would have been funny if he was like, are all you guys here for a Nintendo Wii? Yes,
yeah.
we are.
Oh, that's too
that
bad.
Sucks because we're out.
That shipment we got this morning, we're already sold out.
But I remember with the PlayStation 3, it was backwards compatible with the PlayStation 2 at first.
Yeah, and then later iterations of it, they stopped that for some reason.
Oh, you want to know why?
Because they weren't making as much money.
They were literally losing money for every PlayStation 3 they sold. They were selling, I can't remember how much they were sold for, like $400, let's say.
Actually, I think the original PS3 was sold for like $700.
Was it? It
had a ridiculous price tag.
All I know is that it cost over $1,000 to make, so they actually were losing money.
Interesting thing is actually Nintendo is the only one that makes a profit on hardware. Even now, like they tend to lose money on the hardware, but make it up by being able to like charge a lot for games. Which is also partially where the rumors of Microsoft streaming games on the Switch is coming from. They announced that they're expanding their Xbox Live service from, like, obviously it's on Xbox and it's also on Windows 10. They're adding it to iOS, Android, and Nintendo Switch.
Interesting.
And we do know they're adding the service to Nintendo Switch. We just don't entirely know what that entails. But there's talks about it meaning that they're, because we're pretty sure they're going to start focusing on streaming rather than on like physical games, because then they can charge people monthly and just like get money constantly from people.
Does this mean we'll never get an Xbox 2? Or an Xbox 3 or whatever the fuck they would call it? I still think Xbox One was a really weird name.
Yeah, like I get what they were going for, but it just doesn't work well.
Not at all. And everyone thought it was going to be called the Xbox 720.
It made more sense than Xbox One.
Yeah. Whereas PlayStation, I hope they continue to always just call themselves the PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, it's just simple, and it doesn't detract from anything.
Yeah. And then we're going to get to the PlayStation X, and then people are going to be like, I want to order a PlayStation X, and then...
They already made a PlayStation
then,
X.
Yeah,
though.
then a PlayStation 1, but, you know, the model that was the PlayStation X is going to show up. This isn't what I wanted. You remember that one article where it was a guy who bought a PlayStation 3 on eBay?
Yes,
but it was three PlayStation 1s. And I think that's a good note to end part 1 on.